Alright, this is herb.com here with Be Real. What's going on, B? You good?
Chilling, yeah, just here at the studio. We're filming our video to Don't You Dare Laugh today. And they're just doing the setup and just chilling.
Nice. So you just got honored at the VH1 Awards, the Hip Hop Awards. That must have felt good, man. You want to go into that a bit?
Yeah, it was cool, man. You know, it was something unexpected. And to go in with the guys that we were inducted with, like Naughty by Nature and De La Soul, really close with those guys, so you know, it meant a lot for us to go in with them because we had done a lot of tours in the early days together and stuff like that. And being that Slick Rick was one of my, you know, childhood idols coming up in hip hop, you know, to be right there with him going in as well, I mean, it was great, man. You know, and Too Short, West Coast legend. That was great, you know, from, you know, West Coast representing the Bay Area and LA, you know, in the hip hop honors this year. That was great too. So all the way around, it was dope.
Nice. So right now we're hearing your new album, Smoke and Mirrors, your first solo album, right?
Yeah.
So how do you think it differs from what you do in Cypress Hill, and at the same time, are you taking anything from Cypress Hill into this album?
Well, I tried to not take anything from Cypress Hill into this album because I didn't want to recycle what we do, you know what I mean? Cypress Hill is very much, you know, a formulated thing as far as the way we, you know, the creative process and the style of music that we put out, you know. This differs from that because the production wasn't really done by Muggs at all, you know what I mean? I went outside of the normal, you know, the normal creative process that we're used to, went to other producers, and then I produced some of the stuff myself as well. Because if I had went to Muggs, you know, it would just sound like an offshoot of Cypress. You know, in spite of whatever beats he gives me, the fact that Muggs and I work together, it would just be like, you know, an offshoot from Cypress, no matter how you look at it. So I figured to get away from that, I had to go to other producers and put it on my back as well, you know what I mean? So, you know, and plus I wanted to keep the Cypress Hill formula, you know, to itself, you know what I mean? And that's, you know, that's what Muggs brings to us, you know what I mean? His style of production is tailor-made for what Cypress Hill is, you know what I mean? So I wanted to have some distinction between projects and stuff, so that's why I went to other people. I wrote about different things. I didn't lean on the weed shit too much. I mean, I mentioned it here and there, but it wasn't like the main thing, you know, like what, you know, obviously a lot of people think that that's what drives Cypress Hill is the pro-marijuana songs and content like that. So I sort of tried to stay away from that and just, you know, did different content that I normally wouldn't do with Cypress.
Alright, what kind of content? Like more social?
Yeah, more social stuff, you know what I mean? Social issues. You know, I mean, with Cypress I talk about life, but it's a different part of life, you know, it's more street life, dark, gritty, gloomy, you know what I mean? Whereas this, it's not that it's, you know, bright and happy. I don't do records like that, but it's coming from a different angle on society, not just the street shit. It's more universal, I think.
Alright, and plans for the future? You gonna hit up a tour for this album and stuff?
Yeah, I imagine so. You know, once we get the ball rolling with putting the record out, we'll probably do a tour and, you know, just start pushing it like every other record. And following that, you know, we're going to have another Cypress Hill record coming out. So, you know, we got a lot of music coming up.
Alright, awesome. Alright, that's herb.com with Be Real.